Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This fielded at the 2.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Hey, Small, how you looted that man? I just thought about that.
180! Check 41. You got nothing to that. You got nothing.
Mayfield on play action. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Kill. Open the floor. Check 52. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here. And a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Larry Ogunjobi breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This is taken at his 4.
Who was on 2K?
Take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
You said what? What you keep calling my name for? It's crazy or something.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield.
Yo, TNC, you're streaming, bro?
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Breon Body Calhoun, a sack coming off the corner blitz. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Nah, not yet.
And he's going to go
this
down
is so
again.
good, bro. I hate when they this is the game when
in there and drop him.
Right?
It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Stop your whining.
A first down carry now for Miller. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. A gain there of 21 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Christian Kirksey coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Watson now, throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
What the fuck was that?
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it. That would be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Let's reset. 19. Number 53. 55. Game situation. Number 55. 53. Check 53. I'm coming.
from the gun on third. Watson. Flushed out right. He can run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Get that ball. 24.
They're going for it. It's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It was Dinson in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
That one lead that you the playoff league. The playoff one.
Again, it's Miller.
The playoff league.
They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, that call makes sense.
What league was Big Dog talking about?
Well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Setting up the screen for Miller.
What, bro? That's so fucking
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And that's going to make it 4th down. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Hunt. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 31 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Bill O'Brien.
I muted that nigga. That's that nigga Josh Rosen.
For 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the slant. 25, check 25, check 25. Check 20, any weapon. He's checking.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score. Bryant's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 2nd down, it's Miller. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one good for 24 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Miller will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Going up top. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 48 yards. And the Texans push further out in front.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. They keep it with Miller on first down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson with a give to Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 3rd down, Miller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now it's Watson, and he takes it in for the...